So every people talks about AI, and I think it's not a unfamiliar term, right? So my topic is about what if AI could think and act. I don't think it's a very easy topic to talk about if we are talking about the very details, the neural network, things like that. But I will give you a very general overview and what will happen in the industry, not only in fashion, but in many industries. And actually, I'm not come from a fashion industry. I'm actually an engineer, which comes from, which basically trained to use or to develop systems, all about AI, computer engineering, and computer science. And I found a couple of companies before this company, CNR, and I'm very focused on right now is on how we can use computer systems to create systems. So you must have a chance to know about AI, and my company is working on those AI, machine learning, critical systems, and our clients are some of the government organization authorities, some fashion apparel manufacturers, and some are related to lifestyle things. So actually AI can be applied to many areas. And I think the first thing I would ask if, have you ever used ChatGPT? Yes, right? So last year or the 2 years ago when I asked this question, only a couple of people nod their head about using AI. But right now, I think 100% of the people right in this room may have used some or part of the AI in the creation process or even in the process when you carry out work, right? Usually, you will use AI for what? Generating documents, generating images, generating fashion designs, and usually use it for creation. But have you heard anything about think and act? Is it possible for AI to think and act? A little bit, but do you think they can make decisions on behalf of you? I think most people might be quite skeptical today, like the first time when I asked, have you used AI to generate documents? But I'm a very strong believer, and AI is going to think and act on behalf of you or even on behalf of your company. So this is going to happen very soon. And I try to draw a timeline to let you know how AI evolves over time. And this has happened quite a long time ago, like 40 years ago, that AI start to learn something. So we call it machine learning. And sometimes people always confuse the term like artificial intelligence and machine learning, AI, ML. But right now, about 2 or 3 years ago, you heard about it first. You first heard about the term called generative AI, which is a something like a ChatGPT, DALL-E, or many AI tools that can help you to create documents, create images based on your so-called prompts, right? But right now, after several years, you may heard about a new term, a new AI model called DeepSeek, and then you heard about reasoning. So the AI start to think or reason, or may be able to give you some advice. And then we start with a journey like a multimodal language model. And today I will talk about the fifth one called agentic AI, which is an AI, an autonomous system which can plan, execute, adapt, and integrate. So it is quite amazing that AI start to do things on behalf of us. And I'm not going to talk about robotics, so we don't have any robot expert here, but we will not talk about how if robot can do manufacturing of the apparels. But today we will talk about if we are able to do something like making your computer to work in the process. But before that, I would like to give you some very fundamentals about this kind of technology. Have you heard about the name called LLM or the term called LLM? Sometimes you know, sometimes you don't know, but it's quite related to the term like a ChatGPT, the GPT-1. That is the last letters, what exactly it means is actually, if we talk about the mechanics, how it works, it's basically we call it a next word prediction algorithms. So it tries to predict the next word in a sentence. So if you think about deeply, if I want to write the next word, usually you have to see the context or the words before the current state, and then you look back and to make the next word. So it's quite difficult, right? Okay, anyway, let's do a game. So I have a game here. Explain the plot of Cinderella in a sentence. So do you know Cinderella? The plot, right? Easy, right? And then where each word has to begin with the next letter in the alphabet from A to C without repeating any letters. So we are going to construct a sentence, a plot from A, and then B, and then C, and then D. So can someone start? Let me start with the A. Let's say A. So what is B? Beautiful, right? How about C? Cinderella. A beautiful Cinderella, and then D. Disappeared. E. Elegantly. Okay, and then G. So going to run out of words, right? Very quickly. But you know, it only takes computer like 5 seconds to create the whole sentence, and then you see how it works. So it is what ChatGPT create if you ask the same question. So if you are able to go through the process together, as I said, when talk about the generation, you are trying to predict the next word or finding the most appropriate word come after next, and then you think about the plot, the context, and then you find the next word, which is fulfilling our condition that the next word must start from A to C, right? So this is basically the algorithm, the essence of the algorithm, but this algorithm somehow changed the world. So what are you going to use, like the POE, the GRAW, DeepSeek, blah, 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 all based on the same algorithm. But anyway, this kind of people are saying that it's kind of like a sci-fi. We don't know why it works, but it just really works perfectly and able to create a sentence like this, able to use the same method to create the image, create your fashion design, create anything. Okay, so we are going to base on this to make your own agents. So when we talk about agentic AI, which is about building an agent, not building a document, but building an agent on the right-hand side that design, adapt, and act independently. So you can put on the instructions like, okay, let's do something like, let's gather the Excel file and then please do some calculation or analyze something from your Excel file, and computer will work and open the Excel file automatically from your computer and then grab the data and do some calculations. And that is basically what we call agentic AI or agents, so they can add or do the work on behalf of you. So you can think, if we have a robot, but not a real robot, physical robot, it's a virtual robot in your computer, and then it can do these kind of things automatically. And it may spend like 10 minutes or 1 hour to do the things, even if you just get out and go out and get a coffee. Then after you come back, the Excel analysis is done. Then what is the impact to your industry, or what is the impact to your work in the future? So have you thought about you are going to be replaced by AI? Have you thought about if there is anything that we can do or improve productivity? So there's so many things when we come to in the industry. Although I'm not the industry people, but I think there's some key question about ultra fast fashion or that kind of things. So what if okay, again, what if we can use AI and then they can create something for us automatically? Then it will be groundbreaking and game-changing. So we are going to show you some demos, and it may be an eye-opener to help you to see if AI can do something more than what you expect. And basically, we can build by conversation. Today, I can't show exactly the real-time demo, how it can build, but I can show you and tell you a little bit about how it can build a system or even a website for some young designer right here. Maybe they want to build a website, a lookbook, things like that very quickly, and how it can be done by describing the whole thing using plain English. And then AI will automatically generate the site and will be deployed automatically. Okay, so let me show you here. So I don't have the real-time demo, but I just want to show you. This is one of the websites that I just put in the prompt in like a prompt, very short prompt, like design a lookbook, and which will contain some product information, and people, when they come to my site, and then they can click add to cart to buy the things. Okay, so after prompting on the left-hand side, prompting right here, after a couple of minutes, just 3 or 4 minutes, the site on the right-hand side is shown automatically. And that is the power of what we call vibe coding. Okay, and furthermore, I ask if we can build the detailed page on the next prompt. Hey, let's build a detailed page. Like I want to, the selection of the, I want to have a process to select something. Then it creates a page with different variation of sizes, colors, and even have a button to allow user to add to a collection. So basically, this is done by computer system, and what I've done is right here, putting the prompt here. So I just want to open your eyes because it's quite difficult to explain exactly what the scenario is. But you can imagine it's just like putting the prompts in the computer. It generates documents, but right now you can put a prompt in a computer and it generates systems. Okay, so what happens if it can generate systems? Then it can do a lot of things. So I have a few use cases like here, right here, showing the impact. One use case is we can design website. The other cases, sometimes you may encounter NDAs. For example, my company usually sign NDA with the other companies because we have to expose some confidential information. But usually if you are the project manager or even the company owner, you are very concerned about the some parts of the NDA in certain parts. But you don't know which part, but usually NDA comes from your client and then you don't have any idea which part is difficult to is not we should not accept. So can we build an agent so to carry out the process? And I just show you one very basic example how AI can help our work. So I built an agent. So the agent is very straightforward. Okay, I have 5 questions in my mind. Every time when NDA comes to me, I have to ask 5 questions. So it's actually, I learned it from my mentor when I build other companies. They will say, is it a mutual NDA? Is it the NDA governing in the Hong Kong jurisdiction? Is it limited by liability? Things like that. Is it has any clause like consequential loss? So these are very, very key questions. If they put in this key question, key things in the NDA inappropriately, then I should flag it and take it out and to understand to check it clearly. But how AI can help us is it can do a very preliminary analysis. It just takes the AI like 7 or 5 minutes or less to analyze and then send you an email. So if you think in this way, AI can actually help our work by doing offline NDA analysis, or even can help the industry. Like I have a case with our client doing the PO procurement automation by transforming PO from upstream client and then break it down into different POs and then send it to the downstream suppliers. If you can imagine, this process usually takes the administration team for a couple of days to break it down. If you imagine this can be done within 10 minutes, then everything can change, right? So today I just give you some very quick overview and just give you some idea if this would be the decision that you will pursue when you think about AI. So I have many clients. They said, hey, okay, I want to do AI, but what is the most important thing? I don't have data, I don't have a process, or I don't have so much things. Should we start? So I just want to say, from my experience, very long experience, usually the team capability will be the most essential factor to drive you to the success. So it's not about readiness. It's about whether you think about and you want to do it. Okay, so yeah, I have the roadmap and the revolutions are ways. So yeah, if you are interested in this kind of tool, you can take a pic here, check the QR code and join the waitlist. And these are some kind of product that you can see. And I just got a friend here. They said, I have used other product, but this product might be better because it allows you to create more. Okay, so yeah, thank you. Thank you for your time.